If the opening round was any indication, this will be a season to remember in the Grand Am Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge Series. And after a 1-month break, it's time to get the year rolling with round 2 of the championship. This is the Homestead 200.
To shoebox, arrow-wise.
Riding with Whitus.
What he'll try and do here is cut back across the rear end here of Gene Siegler and try and get on the power early, but Gene takes all of the road away. Not fresh tyres, these cars will be in really good shape right now, but as they get towards the middle of this stint, Dorsey, that little kink there may not be flat out like it was on the opening lap.
Well, he was kind to him there, wasn't he? You saw the wiggle from up the front, and you could have really turned that car.
Hot shoes in the ST class, just slipped off all by himself.
Yeah, just got one.
Krasinski, Chris Hall. The Kinetic BMW slid off, so too did Tom Mastard. 77 ahead here of Greg LaFouge as we ride with Derek Whitus in the Freedom Autosport Mazda MX5. These MX5s will gradually be phased out of the Freedom Autosport program, and they will eventually run all Mazda 3s.
Greg LaFouge is a Swiss driver now residing in California. His background in racing is through the karting ranks and the Jim Russell series. Doing a great job here today running at the front of the pack.
And you can hear on this onboard what we talk about with the gearing, the splits between the gears when they shift. As you see, these two cars were even coming off the corner, but the Mazda's got taller gear spaces between second, third, and fourth, and it lacks. Now watch as it gets on top end, it'll draw right back up in here.
He's breathing the throttle there, and that's because of the caution is out. So strategy now going to be a key part.
And from Ford Racing Technology as well. They've really tried to get this car back online since Daytona. To the ST class, we mentioned Derek Whitus earlier.
Leading in ST, but not far behind him. There's a whole war going on, which he could be involved with.
Finished second here last year. Of course, they had the pole at round 1 at Daytona, finishing
because if he falls back or starts to get into lap traffic again, you might see that car start to fall back just because he can't keep the torque.
And I qualified way down the order, but he kept it together, kept the car clean, and that's what Joe Vottiwood has told him. You just keep it clean, don't damage the race car, we will do the rest. And on top of that, he drove it to the front as well.
You know, he showed us how good he was at Daytona, and now he's showing us that it wasn't a fluke there. He's really got his head on right, and the guy's going to be good.
Just want to update you, there's been a few electrical glitches with our timing and scoring, and I should apologize because it's not Derek Whitus in this Mazda MX5, indeed his teammate Tom. Quick reminder about Dangerous Drives, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern here on Speed. Meet the daring who face down fear behind the wheel. Jump in as Speed takes you through the urban streets where fire and bullets are part of the daily landscape. All new Dangerous Drives. Urban Rescue, that's Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Speed. We welcome you back.
Now listen to this gearing, a little bit different. He'll be shifting quite often. Still very tall gearing as he used one gear through that whole segment, but not on the straightaway where we're headed now.
Well, this is one of the compromises that you have with this form of racing. In a real race car, like we're talking about maybe the Rolex series, you can change the individual gear ratios. With this form of racing, you've set the same box all season long, and there's certain racetracks you come to with a tight infield like we have here at Homestead is very much a compromise. You just got to live with it.
Of course, they gear these cars so tall so they get the EPA mileage you see on that window. You know, they try to get that mileage, gas mileage figure way up there because it's so important.
Here is the Street Tuner class. Can Tom Long get ahead of this BMW? Or will Bimmerworld win in only its second race in Continental Tire competition?
That would be absolutely fantastic for the 80 car to back up the 81's podium at round 1 at Daytona. And there you see the BMW seems to stretch a little bit on the Mazda there on the short sprint down through the infield.
Gotta watch him now as they come up on the banking to see if the Mazda has better top end. It gets a good run off this corner.
Gets off that corner really well. BMW seemed to struggle a bit there. That could be gearing. And here comes the Mazda. Then let's see what happens in the horsepower stakes once they get up onto the banking.
Let's not lose sight of the fact there's 4 3/4 minutes to go. Laps and time running out here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Needs to tuck back in there. He's not close enough to make that high line work.
And just a few moments ago, look at this in ST. James Clay defending from Tom Long.
Wow, did something happen there? James Clay seemed to go back.